Hello, friends. Welcome again to Table Talk with Mrs. Amoma Eze. I'm very happy that you are part of this family. And I want to congratulate all of you for tuning into this channel, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and for commenting. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah, just a quick reminder. In my last series, we looked at undercovered anger, and we discovered that undercovered anger is a kind of series of anger that is inbuilt. You've been building them up maybe for years, for months, and suddenly something sparked off, and then you had an outburst of the anger. Maybe towards somebody. It could be your husband, your wife, your children, your parents, your friend, your colleagues in the office. And we ended up saying that it is not right. Something needs to be done so that you don't trigger up hatred and hurt to people because of undercovered anger. So if you didn't watch this at the first, I want you to go back to that and make sure that you're part of this series. So today we are going to talk on another very important topic, and I know that I may not be able to cover it all as a national thing, but I know that as you're hearing it, it will help you to maybe possibly from your family, from your individual life, you now spread it for the peace of our environment. So we are going to talk on hostility, breaking the cycle of hostility. Of course, you know already that we are in a hostile community, in a hostile nation where many things have gone haywire and many people are angry at one thing or the other. There are deaths, there are a whole lot of things showing the nurtured anger for one thing or the other that has happened. So hostility we are looking at today is, it refers to an unfriendly manner, treating somebody in an unfriendly manner. It could be community towards the community, nation towards another nation, family towards another family, and to be very surprised that hostility has even entered some churches today. Some churches are not being fair to the other church or the other denomination and all of these things. And these things manifest in being aggressive, in resension, in anger, in fighting, in quarreling, and in so many other things that has brought about hostility. It could be because, like in the family between husband and wife, you find out that the money is not there, the love is not there, this, that, and then someone will become hostile towards the other person. So it is all round, it is everywhere, it is in business, it is in family, it is in community, it is in the environment where we live. And I'm sure that possibly you have involved yourself in a hostile action, or somebody has been hostile to you at one time or the other. But we need to look at this and see how we can curb it as much as possible as individuals, and mostly as Christians. I know that majority of my fans here are Christians, so we need to do something to curb hostility in our environment. And I want to look at certain things that build this hostility, some of the things that causes it, builds it up, makes it to expand around us. One of them is, like I discussed last time, the undercovered anger. That can brew hostility in our lives. Another one is neglect, especially when a father neglects his duty towards his children, and these children are growing up. You have what to use to help them, you neglected them for one reason or the other. When they grow up, they may become hostile to you as parents. Another thing is the quest for revenge. Somebody have told you something about somebody, and you would want to revenge that issue. That can brew hostility depending on your action towards that revenge. Another one is misinformation or miscommunication. When communication is not properly channeled, when information is not properly channeled, it can brew hostility in the life of individuals. And another one that touches me is lack of empathy. Some people, you might be sympathetic, fine, but you don't have empathy. You feel that thing you are doing it to the other skin. It does not touch you. You are not bothered. When there is lack of empathy, and that is the major thing that is bringing hostility in and around us, and we need to work on our empathy towards the environment you live, towards the other person. Know that person is, when you hit the person, it is blood, not anything that runs. It is the same blood that runs in your vein, so you feel like the other person. If we do that, we can curb hostility. But when we begin to look at the other person as another person entirely, another tribe entirely, then it will sum up hostility, and we may not be able to break off from it. So I want to encourage us, especially parents, make sure that you don't brew hostile children in the environment for neglect or lack of care towards those children. So we need to curb this issue, and God is going to help us as much as possible to say no to hostility. It is important to address and manage this. It is very important because the nation we are, I don't know where you are watching me from, but you can agree with me that there are many hostile things happening in and around us. And if we say it doesn't concern me, then one day it is going to concern you in one way or the other. It is therefore important for us to address this issue. And one thing we need to do, I want to remind us, is what the scripture tells us. And that is in Romans chapter 12, verse 18. It said, do everything possible to live at peace with everybody. Do everything possible and live at peace with everybody. If we have this at the back of our mind, we have peace at the back of our mind, we will be able to say no to hostile life, damaging property, life, and other things without having a second thought. It is a very sad thing that is happening. And another one, we continue to read from Romans chapter 12, verse 19, say, dear friends, never avenge yourselves. Leave that vengeance to God, for he has said that he will repay those who deserve it. Don't take laws into your hands. Hostility means taking laws into your hands. And the Bible, God who created you, and that environment and that person you are being hostile to, say, don't take laws into your hand. That he knows how to handle that issue. Learn to leave it to God. Learn to allow him to take care of it. So I want to say that if we choose this path of empathy and trusting God in everything we do, in that hurt, in that environment, in that situation that you feel pained, you cast your cares upon God. I'm sure he will take care of you. He will take care of our community. He will take care of our environment because he created everything. So hostility is a cycle that must be broken. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.